learning yesterday, and you guys were awesome at it. Who can tell me what we did yesterday? Zoe.
Partial products with money.
Partial products with money. But we did a little bit tricky, right? What's the rule that we learned yesterday? Cameron.
The parentheses say do first.
All right, everybody all together. What do the parentheses say?
Do first.
All right. So let's practice on our boards really quickly, okay? So first thing we're going to say is we have crayons that cost $1.42 each. And I have paper that costs $2.14 each. Okay? And I want to buy how much does 3 crayons and 1 paper cost? All right, so everybody take that information. What do we find? What are we finding? Tell me what we're finding. What are we looking for? Asia.
How much does 3 crayons and 1 paper cost?
Yes, you guys all stole my fancy dollar card. I'm going to borrow it for a second. How much does 3 crayons and 1 paper cost? So let me see you set up that equation on your board. Yes, Lonzy.
Can we do times? Like,
oh, you know what? Lonzy and Claire, you both weren't here for that. Why don't you two come sit right up here with me, and I'll work with you on that because you two were out for testing, so I forgot. So you come up here because you were not part of this explanation, so I'll work with you on that. Everyone else, remember, we're using parentheses. Remember what we did with our parentheses.
There's one on those.
Okay. So I'll watch you work on those a little bit. All right, so what we did was, what we did was, when we have 3, when we have more than 1 of something, so this time we want to do 3 crayons, right? So what would we normally, if we want to set up a multiplication problem with 3 crayons and $1.42, what would we say? 3 times what? 1 what? 42. Yep, exactly. Lindsay, you seeing this? 3 times 142. Okay? But we also need to add in paper because we're adding an added paper. Lindsay, you need to look at the board, I think, because that doesn't help you. We're going to add paper too. So we also need to add how much paper? How much does paper cost? $2.14. But we learned a fancy trick yesterday. That if we put parentheses around this, that says do me first. Okay? So I want you to work on that problem, on the multiplication problem, and then you'll watch us do the butterfly and see how it all works together. Okay? All right, so everybody's equation, looking around, does everyone's equation match Mrs. Kelley's equation?
Yes.
All right, I see lots of parentheses. Awesome. All right, now I want to watch you go ahead and do our butterfly method. And tell me what you get. So go ahead, Alexis. Make sure yours matches mine. And do your butterfly method. And when you have it, just hold still because I want to make sure that everyone has a chance to seeing lots of butterflies. You guys are doing so good with your place markers on where they go. Good job, Reese. You got the place markers. Excellent. Very good. How you doing, Robert? Okay, make sure you're showing me your work, okay? So I can see what you're doing. So remember our butterfly method. Well, I don't see any work on there, though. Show me what the problems are. Because you should have 3 separate multiplication problems. Robert, I think you have it flipped upside down. Sweetie. You have it flipped upside down. $2.10 has to go on top. All right. You guys are making great progress. Nice job, Ethan. Very good. All right, I see most of you have answers, so let's talk about this. So we have $1.42 times 3, right? Because we need, how many sets of crayons are we buying?
3.
Altogether? 3 sets of crayons. So can we just add that one time?
No.
No, we need how many times? 3 times. So we set that up as $1.42 times 3. But we're also adding what? My friends, come out of your paper. Look up here. We're also adding what?
$2.
Why are we adding 214? What are we buying? We're buying paper, aren't we? Yes. So remember yesterday we said if we just did 1.42 times 3 plus 214, did we know what we were supposed to do first? No, because remember we tried that. Did we get the same answer?
No.
No, we didn't. So what do our parentheses tell us?
Do
Do me first. Very good. All right, so let's do our butterfly method. Ready? All right, so I have $1.42 times 3. What do I do first? Alexis, what do I do first?
You multiply 100 times 3.
100 times 3. Excellent. Oops. Okay. And Sagi, what do I do second?
40 times 3.
40 times 3. And Dominic, what do I do third?
2 times
2 times 3. Excellent. All right, everybody all together. What is 3 times 100?
3.
Fabulous. What is 40 times 3?
12. 120.
Right, because it's 4 times 3 is
12.
12. And then I have a 0, so I add how many zeros?
1.
1. And what's 3 times 2? 6. Do I add these or multiply these up? We add them. So I got to make sure they line up correctly. 300, 120, and 6. So I bring down my 6, bring down my 2, and I add 3 plus 1 is 4. Uh-oh, but I had something in this here that I don't have down here. What am I missing? Robert, what am I missing? My decimal point. So how do I put my decimal point in? Where do I start? On the left side or the right side? On the right side. And how many do I jump?
2.
I jump 2. 1, 2. So I have $4.26. So then what do we do? Zoe, what do we do after that? What do I do with this $4.26?
Add it to 214.
Oh, you're right. So I take this and I'm replacing it with this. So I have $4.26, but I still need to add $2.14. So if we do that, we have $4.26, $2.14, and I add those together. So 6 plus 4 is 10. 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. I bring down my decimal point. So how much do I need to have in my pocket if I go to the store to buy 3 packages of crayons and 1 package of paper? How much do I need? Cleary.
$6.40.
$6.40. You guys all remember that, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Do you want to learn a new way today?
Yeah.
New multiplication? All right. Are you up for the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. This way, I will tell you, is the way that I and Miss Warren learned how to do multiplication. And I'm sure all of your moms and dads have learned how to do multiplication this way.
Put your hands down.
Okay? So, are you ready for this? All right. So let's take a number. Just watch with me first. So everybody, I want all of your pens to go on the floor so that nobody's tempted to write and draw and doodle and do all kinds of extra things. Okay? So we put all of our pens on the floor, Gervier. All of our pens on the floor and our erasers. And eyes up here, because this is really fun. You guys liked learning the butterfly method, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well here's the second one. And some of you may already know this, and if you do, excellent. Okay? And if not, then I'm sure you'll pick it up pretty quickly. Let's take a simple one of 42 times 2. Okay? So we do it kind of similar to when you add numbers, because we are going to do some carrying and things. So let's do this. So the first thing you do is you start on the right side. Claire? Start on the right side, and you take 2 times 2 is 4. Then I say 4 times 2 is 8. And I have 84. Let's check it with the butterfly method and see if we got the same thing. Okay? So if I have 42 times 2 and I do the butterfly method, what's the first thing I do?
40 times 2.
40 times 2.
2 times 2.
And then I do 2 times 2. And so 40 times 2 is 80. And 2 times 2 is 4. I take 80 plus 4. And look at that, I got the same answer.
It's exactly the same thing. It's backwards.
Isn't that crazy? Kind of fun, huh? Okay, guys, I need the conversations to not happen right now because we have friends either have questions or comments or something. Sagi.
My mom teaches me this way, but she puts it like flat. So she puts 42 times 2. And she
Across?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. So, Neil.
You know, on the day we had to announce how we do multiplication.
Yes.
When I had not,
That's how you knew how to do it? Yeah, I thought this might be a way because I'm sure if your parents spent time with you trying to teach you multiplication, this is probably the way that they did it. So when you go home with these new methods, like the butterfly method and then the next method that we're going to learn that I'm going to keep a secret for right now, when you go home with that one, I know when my kids came home with that one, I was like, what the heck is that? But then they showed me and I said, hey, that's kind of cool. And like we've said from the beginning, not every method is going to work for every person. Robert, can you turn around and face the board, please? Thank you. So you have to figure out what method works the best for you, okay? So we're going to practice this one for a little bit, and then tomorrow we'll practice both of them together, and then on Monday we'll learn a new one, okay? A third one. Yes, Mattia?
I think I just found this one because me and my parents were like, last night I showed them like the 2 ones.
Yeah.
We learned. First one that we learned.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to show them this one tonight, and then I'm going to tell them that I chose this one, and then I'm going to look at the next one.
Exactly. See, and then you have choices. So you figure out, you practice the one that we wanted you to practice, and then whenever you it comes time to do multiplication in the future, you pick which works best because does it really matter which one you do?
No.
They get the same answer, right? Now there will be times that teachers will tell you, Asia, there will be times that teachers tell you they want you to do it a certain way, but you'll have all the knowledge and the know-how to do it, and then you can just pick whenever it doesn't matter, you can pick which one works best for you, okay? So why don't you all take your pens, and I want you to practice this one on your own, okay?
Can we do different times?
Yeah. So we're going to do 35 times, oh wait, you know what? Let's do this. 31 times 2. I'm going to keep it simple for you.
No, I do double digits.
Okay, all right. I'm sure you do. Robert, 31 times 2. Let me see you write that on your board and practice. Oh, Aaliyah, you got to leave room for your answer. Make sure you have room for your answer. Got enough room there? Okay, perfect. Okay, all right, put your boards down because I want everyone to have a fair chance of doing it themselves, okay? Oh my gosh, you guys are lickety split. All right. Good job. All right, so what do we do? First thing we do is Mackenzie. What do we do?
1 times 2.
1 times 2, and then I say
3 times
3 times 2 is 62. Did anybody get anything different than 62? No? All right, everybody take your hand, pat your back. Good job. All right, now what happens if I have my first number that I multiply together is a double-digit number? Uh-oh, let's see what happens then. So if I have 53 times 5, uh-oh, what's gonna happen? Because the first thing I do is what? Robert, what do I do first?
5 times 5, and then you do 3 times 5.
Nope. Nice try, you're almost there. Reverse it.
You do then 3 times
5 times 3 first, so 5 times 3, everybody all together is 15. But can I just write 15?
No.
That
You have to
doesn't
carry
work.
it. You have to carry
Oh, look at you guys. It's kind of like addition. We can't just write that number there. We have to carry it up. So we put the 5 down, and the 1 goes up top. Okay? Then we do 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 more is 26. Let's check it with the butterfly method. Ready? All right, if I do the butterfly method, then I have 5 times 5 is?
10. Wait.
Is it 5 times 5?
500. No, 50. 50.
50. Why is it 50, Zoe?
Because it's in the 10.
Because the 5 is in the tens place. 50 times 5, right? And then I have, what's my next one? Alexis.
5 times 3.
5 times 3. What's 5 times 5?
25.
25. And do I add how many zeros?
1.
1. 5 times 3 is?
15.
15. And then I say 250 plus 15. 5, 6, 2. Look at that, we got the same answer. All right, so here's your challenge. Ready? Here's your challenge. On your boards, everybody have clear boards? Space to write? All right, so your problem is going to be 74 times 5. 74 times 5. Juliana and Liam. 74 times 5. First thing we do is take the left column first. 4 times 5 is. Okay, let's write it again so that you can see it a little bit better. 74 times you put the ones column down, the tens column, just like an addition. Flip that. Watch. 5 times 4 is 20. So I put the 0 down there. And I carry the 2. And then I say 7 times 5 is. And then add 2. All right, so what's the first thing I do? Avery. Are you all done with yours? Are you still working on yours? Okay. Leah, what's the first thing I do? 4 times 5, which is? 20. Do I put the 2 there or the 0 there?
0.
The 0, yes, we have to follow. So our ones column is always the number that we keep at the bottom, and our tens column is the one that floats up to the top. Okay, so our tens column gets to fly to the top. So I put the 2 up here, and then what do I have? Gerbier. Then what do I do? I did 4 times 5 and I got 20. I carried my 2. And so now what do I do? What's our step 2? 5 times 7. Yep, that's just going to be our added number that we put in. So 5 times 7 is what? 35. But then I've got this crazy 2 up here. What do I do with that?
Add it.
Lindsay, very good. I added. So what do I get? I had 35 and I added 2 more. I added 2 more.
Oh.
I had 35 and 37. 370. Did anybody get anything different than 370? No? I see all 370s written on your board.
You got 4.
I did it on the last time because I messed up because I thought we were going to add that on the 7.
Oh, okay. You know what? And that's fine.
You did 5 times 4.
Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes, Lindsay, sometimes we all make mistakes, but that's okay. That's why we practice so many times, so that you get the process down, because it's the same every time you do it. Okay? All right, you guys did a fantastic job with that. And so we are going to take a pause right now. You can go ahead and leave everything right here on the carpet. So we're going to pause for recess and we'll pick this back up. All right?